Hello, everybody. Hope you're happy and healthy. This is a video I needed to make about the word Evergrande and all the news in America about the bursting China housing bubble. It's so ridiculous what I hear from American journalists. And after this video, the easiest way for you to confirm what I'm saying is go back and look. Since maybe 2010, yeah, about 10 years, maybe even longer than that, there has been constant American journalism saying there's no bigger bubble on the planet than the Chinese housing bubble, and that is sure to burst. Any minute now, it's going to burst. It's ridiculous. Everyone who writes those articles is either paid or they've never been to China. Because if you've been to China, if you've ever shopped for homes in China, if you've ever bought a home in China, then you'd know that what you're hearing on American news and YouTube in America from all these supposed experts is total hogwash, total crap. Let me explain to you. They're using Evergrande as the new buzzword, clickbait, to tell you that the Chinese housing bubble is going to burst. And I'm here to tell you that Evergrande has nothing to do with the price of houses in China. Evergrande is a housing speculation company in China. It's a developer. And developments in China are very speculative because the auction price for land is so outrageous. So in China, where they have tiered cities, tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in the tier 1 cities, Evergrande paid billions of dollars for raw property under the assumption and the knowledge that if they built the properties there, they would have super high priced sales. And they did. There's nothing wrong with what Evergrande was doing. It's just that Evergrande mismanaged their funds. They assumed more money coming in, and so they ran into a cash problem. Evergrande has massive assets on their books that'll simply be dispersed to the banks. But let's get beyond Evergrande to this ridiculous claim of a housing bubble that's going to pop in China. I've bought a home in China. I've dealt with the really high demand for homes in China. And it doesn't have anything to do with people not having a home anymore. That was back in the early 2000s, where there weren't enough quality homes in China for people with money. Now those people with money have homes, but homes are still the best investment. Let me give you an example of how conservative Chinese people are with homes and homes investments. Even in a tier 1 city like Shenzhen, on a home that costs $1 million, $1 million, my rent for renting that home won't be more than $1,000. Really? Now, how can that possibly be? Because in China, there is no homeowners insurance scam that we have in America. There is no property taxes scam like we have in America. There is no utility connection fee scam like we have in America. You can have $1 million home in China and maybe be spending $50, $75 a month to maintain that home. Sounds crazy, right? Absolutely true. The home I have here in China, I live in it, so I do draw a lot of electricity, and I waste electricity like a typical American, and my power bill is never over $80. Oh, by the way, that $80 also includes the elevator fee, the guard's fee, the guard gate fee, the water fee, and the gas fee, because I have gas ovens, gas stoves, and gas water heaters. That's everything. $80. That's my monthly budget, bare necessities for living in my home. That's why there's no bubble. All I have to do is make $100 a month, and my home is taken care of. There's no home in America where you can say that. So, what happens when Evergrande goes bankrupt? Nothing. The houses won't change at all. And how do I know this? Because there's lines to buy homes. Every new home development has lots and lots of customers on day one. I went to a home development last week where it was 2 years before they started construction. They were just breaking ground now and laying a foundation. They were going to let it dry and build out the streets around it. And they planned to have the homes built in 2.5 years, and then you could move in to start redecorating. Of course, these were high-rise apartments, but they wanted you to pay in full now, and they have tons of customers. The customers don't worry about an ROI. It's not like an American investor where they want to get, where they leverage their money and then they want to have rent cover their mortgages. That doesn't go on here. People pay cash for homes. They own their homes here in China. So if the price were to go down, and by the way, this year, the price did go down by about 1%. That 1% dip in home prices meant that people stopped selling homes. There were almost no homes on the market when it dropped 1% because people were saying, oh, yeah, there's no reason for me to sell. It's not going up. The only time people were selling was when they were getting a return on investment of 20, 30% per year, and they wanted to go to another town or a better community to possibly get that 30% again or more of it. So that's what all the home selling and home trading was 2 or 3 years ago. But now people are settling in. The government's actually put some controls down to where before people could speculate on multiple properties with the bank. But now you got your first home, the bank wants 30% down. There is no credit rating here, so no one gets a better deal. Everyone gets the same deal. You get 30% down, you buy the home. The bank will give you the loan. Unless you have a social credit score, which means that you've done something bad in your past. You've been arrested by the police or you didn't pay a debt. Then you can't get the loan. But other than that, there is no credit rating, no separation of people by color or by area. You got 30%, you buy the home. That's it. You want a second home? You need 50%. You want a third home? Sorry. They don't lend you money anymore. You got to pay cash for it. And that's even stiffening up even more. It looks like this year that they'll stay with the 30% down, but that the rest of the homes, if you want additional homes, you just have to pay cash for them. And people have that cash. So once again, if you are finding a way to bet on the housing bubble in China bursting, I guarantee you're going to lose your money. There is absolutely zero chance because I'm an owner. I own a home in China. If the housing prices go up, I may sell my house and I may trade over to a better garden that I like more, something that has better amenities. If the price goes down, you think I'm going to take a hit? I've got no liability. My house is paid off. I've got no liabilities. Why would I sell it? And that's the mindset of all the Chinese. So the idea in America where you lost 30 or 50% of your homes because banks were foreclosing all over the place, not going to happen in China. The idea in America where the house prices started dropping rapidly and more people tried to sell their houses quickly to get it before the price dropped even further, it's not going to happen in China. Because where else do they have to put their money? They're going to put it in a stock exchange? No. This is their long-term money. And it's in houses. And it's not going to change. And no bubble's going to burst. So there you go. There's your lesson. Ignore the American media. They're idiots. It's just not true. The China housing market has boomed in the past. It's starting to stabilize and it won't burst. There won't be a drop in value because no one would sell their home if there was a drop in value. Have a good day. Have a good life.